ship that was captured on Monday, you said there was a gift for the Iranians in it. What was that in that ship? The one from China?
Yeah, well, we have that's very top secret. Yeah, there was some in there, but it's top secret.
Are you angry at China for what they sent Iran?
No.
I think before explaining China's role in this, we need to be very clear that this situation, the root cause of this situation, is the illegitimate war by the US and Israel against Iran.
Fresh questions are now emerging over whether US-China relations could be heading into another sharp nosedive just ahead of a rare and closely watched meeting between Donald Trump and Xi Jinping. Reports that China has rejected US sanctions on refineries accused of links to Iranian oil are being seen by some analysts as a possible sign of widening strategic defiance from Beijing. China's latest posture is even being described by some observers as a form of open rebellion, especially after it appeared to align more clearly with ally Iran following its assumption of the UN Security Council presidency. China's Commerce Ministry said on May 2nd that it rejected US sanctions imposed on 5 firms over Iranian oil, signaling that Beijing is unwilling to accept Washington's pressure campaign at face value. Beijing has made clear that it does not intend to comply with US sanctions targeting companies accused of purchasing Iranian oil, a stance that could deepen tensions between the world's 2 biggest powers. According to China's Commerce Ministry, the US measures shall not be recognized, implemented, or complied with, a blunt statement that underscores Beijing's increasingly defiant posture. Chinese Commerce Ministry statement said, and I quote, "The sanctions improperly prohibit or restrict Chinese enterprises from conducting normal economic, trade and related activities with third countries, and violate international law and the basic norms governing international relations." The Chinese government has consistently opposed unilateral sanctions lacking UN authorization and a basis in international law. Unquote. China, one of Iran's most important customers, has continued buying discounted Iranian crude through independent so-called Teapot refineries, helping keep Tehran's oil exports alive despite mounting Western pressure. The United States has imposed these sanctions in an effort to choke off Iran's oil revenue and increase economic pressure at a time when diplomatic deadlock continues to persist. Beijing's rejection of the sanctions came just ahead of US President Donald Trump's first reported China visit in 8 years, adding a sharper diplomatic edge to an already sensitive moment. According to the diplomat, Trump is expected to visit Beijing on May the 14th and 15th, a trip the White House had confirmed earlier on March 25th. Not only has China rejected the sanctions, it has also appeared to side more openly with Iran after assuming the rotating presidency of the United Nations Security Council. China's ambassador to the UN, Fu Song, told reporters on May 1st that the war in Iran is illegitimate, a remark likely to be seen as a significant diplomatic signal from Beijing.
It is a great honor for China to assume the presidency of the Security Council, and we will discharge our duties with a strong sense of responsibility and a constructive approach. We are committed to promoting solidarity and the cooperation of the Council, so that it will play a positive role in safeguarding international peace and security. I think before explaining China's role in this, we need to be very clear that this situation, the root cause of this situation, is the illegitimate war by the US and Israel against Iran. And this war has wrought tremendous sufferings in Iran for the Iranian people and the neighboring countries. And its ramification runs far and wide. And in particular, the close of Hormuz, and is actually wreaking havoc in the oil market and in the economy of the entire world, in particular in the global south. So China's view is that we need to open the Strait of Hormuz as quickly as possible, and that actually applies to both sides. Iran needs to lift its restrictions on the Strait of Hormuz, and the US need to lift its naval blockade. And I think that is something that we want to say. And in our view, the most urgent issue is to keep the ceasefire. And the ceasefire need to last, and there has to be a good faith negotiation between the two sides. Frankly speaking, we are very concerned about some of the remarks we have been hearing recently about this ceasefire being temporary, about the need to initiate another round of attack. I think the international community should be mobilized and raise our voices against the resumption of fighting in that part of the world. China has been advocating for peace, and we are talking to all sides. And our foreign minister has been on the phone almost constantly, and we are also fully behind and support the efforts of Pakistan in facilitating and mediating between the parties. We do hope that these efforts can give positive results. Thank you.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.